So guys, today we are going to continue the videos that I'm doing about what is the next step up for each nation in each line of each tech tree. So what is actually going to come after each of the end of the lines? What is the most probable thing? Not what I want to be added, what is the most probable thing looking at what Gaijin might add? What is technically possible, okay? And today we're going to take a look on the air tech tree of the UK, of the British tech tree, right? So we're gonna take a look on what is maybe coming after the Gripen, after the Tornado F3, late, right? After the Sea Harrier, after the Harrier GR9, and after the Tornado GR1. What is the possibilities of aircraft to be added there, and what you should expect? Today we're gonna start in a different way. We're gonna start from the right to the left, right? Starting with the Tornado GR1. So what is the next step up from the Tornado GR1? We already talked too much about this, but the Tornado GR4, obviously, right? An upgrade model of the GR1. We talked about it yesterday a lot. Integrates a new FLIR system with the removal of the left gun. It has a new avionics systems, or new avionics systems in general, like GPS nav and stuff, but the main thing is the new ability of missiles and bombs. The main addition are the Brimstone, of course, a very advanced anti-armor missile, radar and laser guided, being 100% fire and forget. The Storm Shadow cruise missile, a missile that has more than 500 kilometers of range, 450 kilograms of a payload, guided by GPS and IR, and the advanced paveways, the Paveway 4, which are basically the normal GBUs that we have in the game, laser guided, but with GPS guidance too, so way more precise and increases the reliability of a hit, basically, right? And of course, also new air-to-air missiles like the AIM-9M and the SRAM in the future, right? So for the Tornado GR1, that's the thing that it's coming afterwards, probably the Tornado GR4, maybe even in this patch. Then we go for the Harrier GR7, guys. For the Harrier GR7, we have to think that it will be another Harrier. But what is out there? Well, there's two versions of a Harrier. Basically, the versions with the Harrier GR9. It is a modernized Harrier based off of the GR7, right? They changed a little bit of the tail section from a composite to metal due to damage by vibrations, but the main thing is that it has new weapons, mainly the new air-to-air missiles and the same as the Tornado, right? And the advanced paveways that we talked about it, right? They added a new sniper pod, way better than the one used in the GR7, and if added with the GR9A variant, it has a new engine with 13 kilonewtons more with the Mark 107 engine, right? So that would be it. A better engine, a different tail section, and of course a sniper pod with new weapons to be more advanced. That's pretty much it for the Harrier GR9, right? For now, it would be probably that the most likely aircraft to be added after the GR7, right? Then we go for the Sea Harrier FA2. Guys, here we gotta sit down and think a little bit. I try to find anything, but we gotta be honest. The F-35B is probably the last, like the next aircraft after that. But in a far, very far from now. Okay, but yeah, most advanced fighter of the British military now, today, you know, and it will probably be the next step up there, you know. There isn't really another aircraft unless they do something crazy like adding the Indian aircraft there. If they do that, they could add something like the MiG-29K there. But I mean, do you want to see a MiG-29K there? I don't know. We already have a Gripen, so why not a MiG-29? But at the end of the day, I have a feeling that it's kinda probably not gonna happen, right? So you tell me, MiG-29K, or we wait for the next aircraft to be the F-35 in like 3 years or something. You let me know in the comments, you know. But yeah, obviously it is a very advanced aircraft, the F-35, 5th generation. We are so far from it that there isn't really a reason why we need to waste time talking too much about it, right? So just know that it is going to be one of the most advanced jets that we can ever receive in the game. So we're not gonna waste too much time on the F-35, but it is going to be advanced. And then we wrap it up the video talking about the Tornado F3 late and the Gripen. Here we have another thing, guys, because, for example, we're gonna mix it up a little bit here. First, talking about the Tornado F3 late. But know that the aircraft that can come after this aircraft can come after the Gripen as well. They can... The aircraft that I'm going to talk about can come in either or line there, right? But it is obviously the Eurofighter. Probably the FGR4 with the Trench 1, Block 5 version, I would imagine, I would guess, right? It would be able to be the first, like, full service model with air-to-ground and stuff that is fully prepared to be fighting and stuff. So Gaijin likes to add service aircraft sometimes, so that would probably be my guess. The Eurofighter can be added to both lines in different variants if they want to, or something like that. But we don't know, right? So behind the Gripen, or below the Gripen, or below the Tornado F3 late, we don't know. But yeah, it is the main 4th gen jet that the British have, the 4+ generation, right? Very advanced, it has an amazing flight performance. You can do basically what you can expect from, you know, an aircraft such as this. And I will probably do a video like what should you expect from the Tornado, from the Eurofighter in the future, just to let you know, okay? In the levels of performance, as I said, I mean, it will probably be on the terms of the J10, but even better. That would probably be kind of how it would feel to fly, but yeah, it can super cruise, so very advanced on the regards of aerodynamics and power. Also very advanced radar. It is still a mechanical radar, not a PESA or a ESA, but it's still one of the most advanced mechanical radars ever, right? And it is multi-mode, so it has ground capabilities. It has a MAWS system, a missile approach warning system, and a helmet mounted sight, so a HMS. I mean, it's technically an HMD, but still. It can use the Lightning III pod or the Sniper pod. It can have an IRST, the Pirate, depending on the version of the Eurofighter added. It has the ability of carrying the most advanced missiles in the UK, so depends on what they want to actually do in terms of balance, right? It can carry from AIM-9 Ls to SRAMs, from AIM-120As to Meteors, right? So it depends on what Gaijin wants initially with this aircraft. And of course, it has the ability of using the Brimstone, the Storm Shadow, and the advanced paveways that we talked about. It has 13 pylons. Some of them are only used for certain things, but you can carry a lot of weapons in some of them in double or triple pylons, like the Brimstone can use a triple pylon. So it is very, very advanced. And like I was saying, with the Gripen, guys, to finish up the video, it's complicated because we can have an Eurofighter there, or the same Eurofighter, or a different variant. We don't know yet. I still believe that we will see the FGR4, the Trench 1 Block 5 version first, probably after the Tornado F3 late. But there will be variants probably coming after the Gripen. Another possibility is adding other countries' aircraft below the Gripen, right? So I talked about the Indian Air Force. If they want to actually continue to, you know, use Indian aircraft, there is the Rafale. There are many aircraft out there. I just don't think it's necessary. I don't think it would be needed. I mean, they already would have the Gripen and the Eurofighter. So do they need Rafale too? I don't think so, right? So at the end of the day, I still believe that it would be fine with just the Gripen there, and maybe a different version of the Eurofighter there, a B-placed one or something like that. And in the Tornado F3 late, maybe the normal variant, a British variant, right? A single-seater or something like that, interceptor that can do everything, right? Or something along those lines. But this is obviously only my opinion. You let me know in the comments what do you expect to come after in the next step up for each line of the British Tech 3 Air. But yeah, guys, these are it. The Tornado GR4, I think it's the most likely one after the GR1. The Harrier GR9 or 9A after the GR7. The F-35 in the far, 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 far future below the Sea Harrier FA2. And of course, the Eurofighter coming after the Tornado F3 late or below the Gripen. Okay, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, click the like button, share the video, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. See ya.